Tatis not available. Out. Some of the other players, he does have a great spot. A lot of the other top-line position players from San Diego underachieved, had down years last year.
Well, obviously, I'm biased. He's my brother-in-law, right? But speaking fairly and knowing the game of baseball, and you ask Manny, he'll tell you, well, hey, I also had 26, 25 other guys to do it with, right? But that's him talking. Now, I'll talk and I'll say, hey, a lot of that was by himself.
He carried that team.
He also had a great pitching staff. You got to give credit for. You had a leader in Bob Melvin. You had a great coaching staff. It takes an absolute team. I remember Dusty Baker saying it takes all 40 guys in the roster to get to where you want to be. But no question, Manny Machado is a guy you highlight every day to make something happen. Whether it was in the clubhouse or on a plane ride and communication factor, 2:00 meetings, things that needed to be said.
Something's going on with C.J. Stubbs.
He got hit in the foot. He's barking.
Just testing to make sure everything's okay. He's already replaced his brother on this roster because of a knee injury. And it wasn't even off the foot. Ouch. Ooh. Strength recall, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So Cabrera with a perfect inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 3-0.
Get $1,500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT5 and XT6. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Subway keeps upping their game with the Subway Series, an all-star menu of delicious subs. Like number 8, the great garlic rotisserie-style chicken, bacon, and garlic aioli.
I've tasted greatness. Great garlic, though? Tastes way better.
Can't argue with that analysis. Try Subway's tastiest menu upgrade yet.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more spa days, more of what you love. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss these big savings. Visit inflationbuster.com.
Typical beginner's mistake.
Yes, they all start from the outside.
So, will we help him?
What else? Here, try it with Red Bull.
Red Bull gives you wings.
This cough.
This will help.
Vicks Vapor Rub?
Vicks Vapor Rub's medicated vapors go straight to the source of your cough, so you can relieve your cough to breathe easier. Vicks Vapor Rub, fast-acting cough relief.
What's your favorite part of a Kit Kat bar? The chocolate?
Nope. The inside.
The wafers?
No, the stuff in between the wafers.
Ah, the in-between stuff.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. And try a bigger bite with Big Cat.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by Authority, World Baseball Classic Inc., and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without consent. No disseminating. 3-0, Dominican Republic, bottom 4. Manny Machado with a home run. And the top of the order, including Machado, lined up to hit here in this last of the fourth inning against the new pitcher, the left-hander, Rob Kaminsky. 28 years old.
Yeah, 28 years old, first World Baseball Classic appearance, first rounder. 28th overall in 2013 by the Cardinals. Childhood hero growing up, none other than Sandy Koufax, another prime Jewish lefty. Phenomenal.
Kaminsky to Soto, ball 1. Go to 1 for 2. Another extra base hit for him this week. Big bouncer first. Get it there by Mervis. And he flips to Kaminsky covering. That's out number 1. Rob Kaminsky, whose childhood hero growing up. I mean, you got to go back, but childhood hero was the great Sandy Koufax.
Unbelievable. What a pitcher. Yeah, what a person. Obviously, he what he stood for, his religion was very important to him. Quote unquote, he said, stood up for what he believed in. Was it him that would not pitch on Sundays?
Well,
Koufax?
Very famously, the 1965 World Series, Game 1, he was obviously going to be the guy to pitch, and it was Yom Kippur.
Right. He did not pitch.
He did not pitch. He pitched Game 2, 5, and 7 of that World Series and was the MVP.
2, 5, and 7.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Koufax would pitch one more year, 1966, and maybe have his greatest year. He and the Dodgers lost in that World Series, and then he retired. He was 30 years old. Retired. Rodriguez, big chopper to short. Ty Kelly's got to hurry. Got it.
I don't
know about that one.
That's
Yeah, I thought he was safe.
He knows it. I wish I can see the replay of him running down that line. I mean, he smelled it. We'll get to it if he's safe or out. I think he was safe. Oh, yeah, he was safe.
Yeah, by plenty. That's going to be a quick one.
You talk about what makes Julio Rodriguez special. It's the smelling of a hit. And for kids watching right now, you know, it doesn't take, it's just 100%. We'll talk about the real-time running. Let's take a look at this. He smells it right there. And there he goes. His full extension. For me, what I love about him is running hard doesn't take any effort. It's just, you just got to run hard. And you do that 4 times a day, 4 at-bats. He doesn't take one play off. He's always running hard. And when he smells it, oh, he takes off. They called him safe.
There was no doubt about that one. He's sort of the StatCast king. I mean, this is a guy who's, 22 years old?
Wow.
95th percentile hard hit rate, max exit velocity, and then 98th percentile sprint speed, plus 96th percentile arm strength.
That's why he signed to 17 years with the Seattle Mariners.
So now Machado against the lefty. Tough matchup here for Rob Kaminsky. Pay attention to that 90+ percentile sprint speed over at first base. 3 hits so far in the World Baseball Classic, 2 of them home runs. And the last one here tonight was just a monstrous homer. Fastball for a strike.
Good pitch right there. Fastball down and away. One of the things I've noticed about the other 2 powerhouses in Puerto Rico and Venezuela.
They turn 2.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
Active psoriatic arthritis after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel? Rinvoq is different and may help.
Stand up to your symptoms with Rinvoq.
Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling. For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue.
It can stop further irreversible joint damage, and Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear in PSA. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway sales event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway sales event.
Run!
Alex!
Was I dreaming?
No, you're in California.
Inning number 5 in Miami. Second to last night of Pool D. Of course, the quarterfinal games, 2 of them, and then the 2 semis and the championship game will be played in this ballpark. New pitcher for the Dominican Republic, Luis Ortiz.
Making his first career World Baseball Classic appearance. Pirates number 8 prospect. Big arm. See there, 124 innings, 138 strikeouts. Anytime you have more strikeouts than innings, that means you got something special. And I can't wait to watch this prospect, this high-end prospect, go to work.
So a huge jump in his velocity from last year, from the year before to last year, and he rocketed up the ladder in the Pirates system, got to the big leagues. Fastball, 97, Dickerson takes ball.
Signed with the Pirates for just $25,000 in October of 2018 as a 19-year-old. But it is special.
2-0.
When they knock on him sometimes, it's, he tends to walk a few people. So a 3-0 lead, though, top of the 5th. Come after guys. I think if you're Israel, you know you're going to get some high velocity, high octane. You want to go right after. They're going to go right after you. Got to get ready for that old number 1. And that 2-0 count right there, I'd rather be early and my foul ball be to the right side than be late, knowing a guy's going to throw you 100 miles an hour. That's just approach and awareness mentally.
3-1.
Like right here, 3-1, you're probably going to get another fastball. And if they throw your breaking ball, you swing over, you're still at 3-2. But this 3-1 fastball, you just can't be late on.
Dickerson couldn't connect.
A little underneath right now. Hey, it's 98. I mean, it's a white aspirin coming at you. Can't really, it is hard to do.
All the way. Right back with that high fastball.
I remember my dad, when we were younger, we'd be in the playground, and he would buy these black beans or brown pinto beans, just throw them at me. And I had a little, like a mop, cut it down, put some tape on it as my barrel, put a little weight on it.
Flip shot out to shallow left, and Pena, the shortstop.
Says, well, kid, you're going to start learning how to hit these beans, and you're going to hit that white ball.
Served you well, huh?
Yeah. A lot of things he did. A lot of things he did served me well.
Good little drill.
Yeah. No, he didn't have money for balls, so he went to the store. Sedano's here, very local market here in Miami. Bought himself a bag of beans and said, we're going to go hit. And well, that's what we did.
And look at you now.
Well, here with you.
That probably wasn't maybe the end vision of your dad's dream for you. I'm sitting with that Fleming guy.
12 years. All right.
12 years in the big leagues. Is that what you got?
Yeah. Just a little short of 10 years.
Okay.
10 years. 12 professionally. 10.
Oh! 1-1 to Danny Valencia.
Well, that white ball, though, and nowadays, the movement you're getting, I mean,
Never been harder to hit.
Never been.
And not just velocity and spin and movement, but also the way pitchers get used, deployed.
Oh, yeah.
You face 5 guys in a game, everybody with a different style. You can have a 5 at bat night and see 4 different pitchers.
And they're all throwing 100.
Got him. Good slider.
Danny Valencia's seen 100. I don't think he's seen the consistency of that fastball slider combo. Goes to 90 miles an hour. I mean, that's just not fair right there. You see that tight spin on it. And it's not just the tight slider. It's the overpowering four-seamer, the run and sink from the two-seamer. I mean, it's just special. No wonder they think so highly of him. He's a number 8 prospect, but he's big arm. These Pirates, they got some arms.
They do. Spencer Horwitz has the only hit, the only base runner for Israel tonight. After they never got a base runner in 8 innings against Puerto Rico, this Israel offense has just been shut down.
Yeah. And it ran into some guys. Talk about De Leon. Talk about these guys here for the Dominicans. Oh,
that was quick. Ortiz strikes out Horwitz. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-0.
A Corona and palm trees.
A Corona and calm seas.
And a balm breeze.
And some long knees, strong like a tongue squeeze. You'll say, "Aw, geez," when I make your lawn freeze. Was that good?
No. It was incredible.
Oh.
No. But this is good.
I shouldn't have rapped.
Back when I had a working circulatory system, you had to give your right arm to find great talent. But with Upwork, there's highly skilled talent from all over the globe, right at your fingertips. It's where businesses meet great remote talent, and remote talent meets great opportunity.
This is how we work now.
Research shows people remember ads with a catchy song. So to help
tomorrow night, Wednesday, the final game in Pool D, and almost certainly a spot in the quarterfinals on the line. Winner moves on, loser is out. Dominican, Puerto Rico, tomorrow night right here. You and I will be here. That will be a game to remember.
Sure will be.
No matter how it plays out. Yep. Rafael Devers on base twice tonight, facing Kaminsky, the left-hander. Bottom 5. Israel's offense just dormant again. Devers, towering fly ball to center field. Well, lots of room out there for Jock Peterson. One away.
I think I just missed that ball. Look at him smiling. So Kaminsky saying, "Hey, all right, I like that. You challenged me."
Saying, wow. So Kaminsky gets through Devers, and now a pitching change coming. And Kinsler trying to keep the game close. Still
to all the Chevy Silverado owners out there, the
Molnar pitched 28 times in the minor leagues. Last year, he's 26 years old, Southern California native, pitched in college at UCLA.
He's excelled out of the bullpen in 2022, posting a 2.31 ERA. Guy who got drafted but didn't pitch till a year later due to undergoing Tommy John.
He's come back healthy.
Done the job.
Now he'll face Eloy Jimenez. This Dominican team of Israel, despite the fact that they've had one base runner tonight, they've used their pitching and their defense, and they've had to get through some trouble spots, but they've hung around in this game. Yeah. And I think they could, last inning, when the Dominican Republic was at the plate, we've seen some of the power. Soto's been great. Machado's hit the ball hard. We haven't seen an explosion yet from this Dominican offense.
Yeah, that's the one thing I would say if there's a knock. That's the knock. I mean, look at Puerto Rico and what they've been able to do, try to come back against Venezuela. Those were all big innings that they've had. Obviously, yesterday.
Vamos a darle like y a suscribirnos, señora. Vamos a darle like y a suscribirnos.
All game, it was just rally after rally after rally, and obviously Venezuela, what they've done with the rallies. But you see, Jimenez once again scorching a ball.
Enlinger could not handle it over at third, so Jimenez will reach base safely. We'll see how they score that one.
That's got to be a hit. 104 miles an hour exit velocity by Eloy. But yeah, I think for me, if you can take a look here on that swing, just ate him up. It's a rocket. If I want to see Dominican just kind of do something, it's more about having longer innings, right? Scoring 3 or 4 runs. It's possible.
Now Marte batting left-handed. Ball 1. Well, maybe this will be the moment. It is true. They have so much offensive talent on this team. on paper offensive firepower. Venezuela's swung the bats beautifully. In Puerto Rico, we've seen them explode for some big innings.
And look at the track record of the Venezuelan lineup. Oh my gosh. It's a scary movie if you're a pitcher.
But I don't think it has this Dominican team. But you're right. They gotta show it.
Like David Ortiz says, hey, you can have all the names in the world, but name goes out the door when they say play ball.
John Peterson, what a catch. Lunging forward. Ball sinking. Heck of a play to take away a hit from Marte. And who knows if the ball gets by Marte.
This is the hardest play center fielder. A line drive you can't read. You don't know if it's going to continue to climb or it's going to dive on you. Got to make a quick adjustment on the baseball, on the fly. And that ball barely got off 15, 20 feet. You see Dickerson and Peterson making that play.
That was a really, really good play. Strike one to Jeremy Pena. I mean, that was a good shot we showed of not just how fast it was sinking, it was slicing.
It had everything.
That was a true do or die. And if he doesn't make contact with that, if he lunges and goes for it and doesn't slow it down, everybody's running. He's rolling around on the ground and the ball's rolling forever. Slowly hit a ball, kind of a jam shot. Mendlinger throws him out. Nice pitching by Molnar. One hit, one left. Good defense from Jock Peterson is going to hit in the sixth.
Vamos a aprovechar, señores, vamos a suscribirnos al canal y a darle like, compartan el link a más personas.
Your forte. Oscar Hernandez comes in to play right field, replacing Jimenez. Ty Kelly, bottom of the order. Israel needs some offense badly against Ortiz. Kelly jumps ahead of the count, ball one.
You want to get anything going for Team Israel, it's got to start now, kind of turning over that lineup.
I think it's always a formula for a bigger inning. When you start at the bottom, if a guy or two can get on base and then you flip things over.
Especially with Kelly, got some speed, can make things happen. He's your guy. He's crucial, especially with no outs right now starting this inning. You know, more than not, you win and lose a game in the 6th and 7th inning, that bridge gap to the 7th and 8th.
center field. 1 out. Ty Kelly retired. That means 41 of the last 42 hitters for Israel have been retired, spanning tough 3 games.
It's been a couple of tough innings.
I mean, not walked, not hit by a pitch, not getting on base.
It's the 6th. Was lined over. Got to start.
I mean, the guy on deck, Chuck Peterson, was part of that cold stretch, but even in the midst of that, Jock has hit the ball hard a bunch of times.
And even with Menlinger, you get on pops when it's a 3-2 ball game, and it's a game.
And he is definitely capable. It is interesting that after the first game, when Jock hit third, they moved him into the leadoff spot. Nasty slider for strike 3.
Yeah, that's just nasty.
I get it. Jock Peterson's, he's your best guy. You want to maximize the number of at-bats you have with him up there. He's had a lot of success in his career as a leadoff hitter. But to me, the one way for Israel to get offense is get as many guys on base when Jock hits.
Yeah.
Slow chopper, not this time. He'll stop and tag, you're in. Ortiz gets it. It's been that kind of nights for Israel.
The stars and stripes are flying high as the USA takes on the world's best. The World Baseball Classic, the United States, Colombia, tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
To you, it may just be an elevator.
Here goes nothing.
But for a young homeowner becoming their parent,
to kind of anchor the lineup in Jock Peterson, and they just have not been able to hit.
For what, 73? Ouch.
As a team in their 3 games so far, being shut down tonight. Candelario leads off. And you're right, it happens in this sport. Sometimes it happens, but it's happened at a very bad time for this group of hitters. The Dominican Republic team, though, tonight has not been able to run away.
That's just trusting your hands, trusting your eyes, not trying to do too much right there. Got to come in right there. That's exactly how you hit it. Especially if you're not looking in. Just got to stay inside that baseball. Use that back elbow to stay inside the baseball. Exactly how you do it.
You know, he's been a nice addition to this roster. They have so much depth at so many positions, but when Vlad Jr. withdrew because of an injury, you kind of they were really counting on him to be the first baseman.
Yeah.
And so Candelario was a late add, an injury replacement, and yet we've seen him play every game. And he's played well.
Played well, played good defense as well.
El juego lo están pasando por Teleantilla y en el 15, en Digital 15.
Next one for a ball.
Gary Sanchez, a two-time All-Star, Silver Slugger winner, 2017. His days with the Yankees.
Hit a ball that to this day I think is one of the farthest I've ever seen hit. Rossman, right-hander, Katz, left-hander.
Well, when he hit him, he hit him. There's no shortage of that.
2-1. The sinker right there. Get it in, sinker.
That's been there. Like a moment like that, I would just green light him.
That one got a piece of it.
Actually, this is what I'm talking about here. You start comparing Venezuela, Puerto Rico, the Dominican, and they capitalize here on this first and second no-out situation. Turning the lineup over. That's how you start a rally, by turning the lineup over. The 8-9 guys get on base, no outs. That's what Puerto Rico has been able to do. That's what Venezuela has been able to do. Dominican right now is in the middle of it. Can they finish it?
Mulder against Juan Soto. Big chopper right side. A little hesitation and a high throw. Israel gets nobody. Mervis could have just taken the out at first, decided to try to go to second, threw it high, and now the bases are loaded.
And here's your big inning chance, right? One we talked about. Little bobble, the Sunday hop right there. Throw just a little bit off. And give credit to Gary. He was running hard all the way through with that hard slide, feet first. And now you got the bases juiced with a guy that wants to make that mark, signature moment. And Julio Rodriguez make that happen.
Here's your chance for it right here. He's 3 for 12 so far without a lot of power for one of the most talented players in the world. Infield comes in.
Well, I highlighted him earlier in today's day, having a big day. Well, this is a big moment right here. I know he wants it for his country, wants it for his team.
Big bouncer with everybody in. It goes right over the infield. Candelario scores. Behind him, Sanchez. He scores. The throw to second is too late.
Bobo en el Popular. Vamos a esto, señores. Eso se merece una suscripción y un like. Vamos al flow.
Julio got right on top of it with a high grounder. Big old bounce. Very tough. I don't think there was going to be any play at all if he would have made that catch. There was nowhere to go. Everybody was running. Everybody had speed.
Heck of a way to get a double. So, I feel for Molnar because he made some pretty good pitches there and didn't get much to show for it. 5-0 with still nobody out. Back right after this.
Ace is the place for paint because only
Ok, estamos en comerciales. ¿Qué es lo que dice la gente del chat? Hay que tratar de que no nos den copyright, porque ahí andan unos tigres por ahí dando copyright a todo el mundo. Y ya usted sabe, lo que andamos es andándole por abajito a esta gente, que no. Vamos a ver qué es lo que, a ver si aguantamos, que sea hasta el noveno. Bueno, señores, vamos a esto, vamos al flow.
Understand the strikeout at 83. Anytime you got 83 strikeouts with 70 innings, that means you throw pretty hard. You got some exciting secondary stuff. I think for him, it's just being able to locate.
Big, strong guy. He's battled through some injury issues in his career. Facing Manny Machado. 2 on, nobody out. 2 runs in. And a line drive base hit right center field. Machado not waiting around. Soto scores. Rodriguez scores. 7-0.
I think they've answered the bell. Wanted a rally? Well, there's your rally.
With a little help, the error has had a big part of it, but
it started with Candelarios. Then the walks, turning the lineup over, leading to Manny. We've seen that many times, taking that fastball the other way in RBI situations.
And I think really that's the at-bat you're talking about. Like, okay, you get some breaks, you get some help, make them pay.
Yep.
Machado.
We've just seen the other teams take advantage of things like that. So, I think when I answer my call is, hey, can they do that? Can they take advantage? They hadn't done that all tournament until now.
Devers. Ball on a high fastball. It's 0-2.
I see the dugout moving around. You see the likes of Robinson Cano and Nelson Cruz. Oh, that dugout started getting a little antsy once Manny got that base hit. Remember back in 2017, that home run from Nelson Cruz against Andrew Miller. This stadium was rocking.
Nelson Cruz, who is an active player on this roster, is also the general manager of this Dominican Republic team. There's Nelson. He's the GM. He's the #1 ambassador. He was, before the game tonight, he was taking pictures, shaking hands. Big smile on his face.
Roberto Clemente award winner. What he does for his country, for the community, wherever he's playing at. It's more than a baseball player.
And he's hit a lot of home runs. Got him with a high fastball.
That's a cheese right there.
An out here. Correct. About to play his 19th big league season.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be fun.
He took his hat off. I thought that meant maybe he was going to put a helmet on.
He's still hitting the ball a long ways, though. I mean, we talk about batting practice. What this guy does, he puts on a show. If anybody wants to see a show, trying to make it feel like it's home run derby, Nelson Cruz is taking batting practice. It's a must-watch.
Still got some bat speed. Oh, yeah. Watch that swing. Teoscar Hernandez, his first at bat of the game. He's got massive power.
Let's live with the injury bug in 2022, but this is a guy who talk about the art of RBIs, and I really do think it is an art. All right, not everybody just drives in 100 year after year and think it's luck. There's art to all that. This guy, there's not a man he doesn't like. He runs a scoring position.
He can be a free swinger. His career really blossomed in Toronto. Now he's going to be with the Seattle Mariners after a trade this offseason.
Signature move, tweeners. Loves wearing those pants, kind of.
Yeah, that's definitely what they are. Held off that time. Looks like he just picked out the wrong size.
Transition of looks. From the baggies to the private pants to the
I try to usually stay out of the fashion critique business. It's not really my lane. Geloff catches it, 2 down.
That's a good slider right there. Kept going with it. I've been impressed though. Rossman's tough. I mean, it's sharp. It's alive.
In this tournament, Cattell Marte, strike one, 99 miles an hour. Speaking of hard throwers, Victor Neris. Two. Marte's had good at-bats in this game.
Marte's the type of guy that you play against, you just tend to wow yourself. He flicks his wrist, and next thing you know, that ball's been launched 460 feet. He's got so much raw power and strong hands. I mean, you shake his hand, and it's like cement when you shake his hand. Guy was really blossoming in Arizona Diamondbacks. You know, they're going to be a lot better. A lot of people think. That's some good pitching. They got some high-end prospects. Made some big trades.
Went around? Yes, he did. On the slider in the dirt, strike 3. So Bubby Rossman comes in and gets.
Ok, señora, ya que lo que se suscribieron y le dieron like al en vivo, hay que disfrutar el en vivo mientras tanto, ya que en cualquier momento, strike tirándole y nos vamos. Fácilmente nos dan copyright, pero vamos a gozar el juego mientras tanto. Happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños para Antonio Gómez. Feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños. El bobo es que tumban la transmisión y Dominicana pierda, pero si Dominicana gana y tumba la transmisión, a mí no me importa. Vamos al flow. Están en comerciales todavía. Pongo el juego inmediatamente empieza. Están en comerciales todavía. No tengamos fe porque que Venezuela, Venezuela está jugando bien, pero nosotros tenemos un equipo bueno también. Ok, vamos a esto, señores. Vamos al flow.
right-hander against Zach Geloff.
Hector Neris, we know a lot of in the 2022 World Series as a member of the Astros. He pitched really well in the postseason in 8 games, a 1.50 ERA.
Short, Pena throws him out. By the way, not to interrupt you because you may have lots more good info on Hector Neris, but you know the last time Nelson Cruz played the outfield?
How many?
2018. Well, that's 5 years ago.
He still looks like he can do it.
Where do I go? You mean now we have coaches who tell me where to play in the outfield?
That's awesome.
A lot has changed in 5 years with the way defenses get positioned. And
him and Cano both debuted in 2005. So just think about J-Rod. I feel like J-Rod was born in 2000. 2000.
Yeah, it's a baby. Well, the starter for Jacob Steinmetz, starter for Israel. Yeah, born in July of 2003. Wow. Cano and Nelson Cruz would make their big league debuts when he was 2.
That's just great.
Last time Robinson Cano played first base in a big league game, same year, 2018.
That's one of the things that I was so fond of when I was my first year in the big leagues, just watching all these guys I grew up watching on TV. Sunday night baseball, Wednesday night baseball, even guys I grew up here in South Florida with the Marlins. One of my first teammates was Pudge Rodriguez, Alex Cintron, Alex Cora, and guys that I played in winter ball in Puerto Rico and Caguas. Those were my teammates, and I was like, man, I remember watching you when I was a kid in high school and middle school. Here we are in the same lineup and giving me advice. So that for me was like a moment, kind of like what they're having here on the same field, watching a guy like Robinson Cano, a legend, Nelson Cruz, another legend.
Full count here, 3-2 to Matt Mervis. Another game where the offense for Israel's just not been there. One runner has reached second base in the game. They have 1 hit. And that's pitch. I think you could hear Mervis upset. That's right down the middle.
And he wanted that. Good hitters know when they miss them.
Struck him out with another fastball.
That location's the key right there for Neris. Tied him up completely. Got to come in right there and execute it very well. A little bit underneath. You can see the frustration.
Yeah, you can understand. To right field.
There's Nelly.
Come on, Nelson. You can still do it. You got to play. That's fun. Been a while for Nelson Cruz. 7th inning stretch time.
Do not underestimate.
Ok, estamos aquí de nuevo. ¿Qué es lo que Kentucky? ¿Qué es lo que Kentucky? Pues ustedes son unos bárbaros, loco. Yo me reí más con este chavo hoy. ¿Qué va a pasar? Los mejores del mundo, dice Gabriel Vicini. El juego de mañana en Puerto Rico, de República Dominicana y Puerto Rico, es a las 7 de la noche, mañana. Voy a tratar de transmitirlo también, el juego mañana. Un saludo a Gineiri Abreu, que está de cumpleaños también. ¿Qué le va a estar pasando? El 14 de marzo estoy en un regalo de cumpleaños y no me llega ni un pedacito de bizcocho. ¿Qué le va a pasar? ¿Qué le va a estar pasando? Que un regalo de cumpleaños hoy, 14 de marzo, no llega ni un pedacito de bizcocho. Ponte loco. ¿Qué le digo? Mañana Dominicana la tiene buena, pero tenemos a Johnny Cueto ahí que posiblemente sea el lanzador de República Dominicana mañana contra Puerto Rico. Puede ser que metamos mano mañana. Con respecto con el picheo, estamos bien. Ojalá los bates se den vida mañana. Bueno, vamos al flow, señores.
Jacob Goldfarb is the new center fielder. He's also a catcher on this team.
We know one thing about Alex Katz. Second World Baseball Classic appearance for Team Israel. Through 3 innings or 4 appearances in that 2017 World Baseball Classic. Long Island native.
So that's a couple things we know. Into the gap, and it gets by Goldfarb. Jeremy Pena will stop at second, leadoff double.
Well, welcome to the game, Alex.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
Again, trying to throw a two-seamer right there, out of the plate. Mr. Pena was waiting for it, ready to ambush him. Didn't miss it. That ball was a rocket. Look at this ovation.
A guy whose big league career is likely over. Did play last year a little bit in the major leagues. Doesn't have a spot right now, but here he is on this World Baseball Classic team.
Well, remember, we can go back that 2013 World Baseball Classic team, and he was their MVP.
He was the MVP of the whole tournament.
Was playing in his last World Baseball Classic. What a hitter.
Pulls that one into center field, base hit. He can still do it. Pena will score. It's 8-0.
Vamos a esto, señores, que yo creo que aquí en esta entrada se acaba.
Do you think these fans are excited? Robbie Cano-esque right there. We've seen that for a lot of years, staying through that curveball. What a knack, what a hitter, what an art.
Señores, la experiencia no se improvisa. No es un veterano.
He's 40 years old.
No todos los días se batea.
He's at the very, very end, and yet base hit to not get a run. How cool is that? The one thing too is now it's 8-0. Gary Sanchez, if he goes deep, that's a walk-off. You got the 10-run rule. We're in the 7th.
Vamos a esto, que la del Gane está en el home.
2-0. Although Nelson Cruz is on deck, so I think everybody wants to see him hit. Good call. Nobody's rooting against Gary, but I want to see the boomstick. Well, 2-1. Thing that Ian Kinsler has done, the manager for Israel, they have not used a single pitcher 2 times in this tournament. They have used 17 different pitchers. So for a country like Israel and their baseball program trying to grow it, part of it is giving everybody the experience to get in a game. Run around. And that's strike 3. So Gary Sanchez is out. And we will get to see Nelson Cruz hit. Let's hear them. Let's hear them.
Quiero al Nelson Cruz del 2017, señor. Vamos, que se le salga un palo a ese hombre.
Not just the crowd, his teammates. Top step. Oh, why not? Try to end it, big boy.
Talk about pioneers in our game. Talk about pioneers for the Dominican Republic, their country. That's one of them right there.
He had 10 home runs last year. I know what he's trying to do right here.
He's definitely not trying to beat the ship.
Nope. Base hit. So Cano's got a hit. Nelson Cruz has a hit. That's just great right there. Trying to put that off. Him and Robbie are having a good time. Good laugh. Little slider right there, just bearing at his hands. And he's still strong enough to get those knocks. That's awesome, bro. Gotta love it. Those are great reactions. So now you got the winning run at first base. If Nelson Cruz makes it home, the game will be over. Julio Rodriguez.
Well, let's see Nelson. Oh, man.
Yeah. You know what else would be fun? So we get to watch Nelson Cruz hit. It'd be fun to watch him chug around the bases and try to score. Yeah.
But changing the subject a little bit here, this Team Israel. I mean, they could be proud of a team that, will be in the next World Baseball Classic. The next World Baseball Classic. The next World Baseball Classic. The next World Baseball Classic.
That's just great right there. Trying to fight that.
Will be in the next World Baseball Classic.